Oh, man. Oh, man.
Hey guys, I just wanted to jump on here while I had a minute and give you some insight as to what's going on so y'all don't worry too much. As y'all know, I have 5 biological children. 2 daughters passed away, and Bert has a son who lives in California. And then Bert and I adopted 2 kids. We adopted a boy and a girl. And unfortunately, yesterday I was told that their biological mother had to be put on life support. And my daughter's having a hard time with that because she don't want to say goodbye because it's not that she hates her, it's that she really don't know who she is. You know, she was with her, but she was very young when I adopted her and my son. They were siblings. And of course, he's not having a very good time with it either because it is sad. It's a sad occasion for all of us because no matter what, you know, that's his biological mother and her biological mother, and she just feels that she's a horrible person because she won't call and try to talk to her, which I don't think she can now anyway, but it's really, really funny how all this happens because their mother's only 47 years old. I believe it's 47. She might be younger than that. And she is actually in the hospital with the same symptoms my older daughter had. And both of them were in the same neighborhood, basically, of Kentucky. I would say maybe within 5 miles of each other. And, but their mother was in a nursing home now for the last, I think 3 years, if I'm right. I think 3 years, because she had had a couple of strokes. So that didn't help matters at all. But obviously, I wish I could go up there, you know, but I just can't do it because Bert's still, you know, he has his moments with his dementia already, you know. And then my other son, my oldest boy that we live near, he's got real bad seizures. And also, besides that, we don't have money to travel. You know, I wish we did. But, so I've been kind of keeping real close tabs on my daughter, Allie. She's the only girl I have now, you know, and I know how she feels because I feel like she is just my daughter, like I had her, and her brother is my son, just like my other kids, you know, they're all the same to me. And gosh, I've been trying to think of words of wisdom to tell her because, you know, I don't want her to get down on herself because she was sick at one point too, a couple of years ago, and they couldn't get her weight up, and it was crazy. And I think it was right after she had the baby that happened, and she ended up having to take iron shots and all kinds of stuff. Then it got better, and then after she got married, it went down again. Not because she got married, but for some reason, and she was working a lot. So I don't want her to get down on herself and not eat right and stuff like that because she was crying all day and all night yesterday. And I know how it is to lose somebody, boy, if anybody knows. And they put her on life support yesterday, and from what I'm gathering is they did that to tried to preserve her to get either one or both of them down there to say goodbye to her. Now, Noah, my son, he said that back a couple of months ago, he did tell her he forgave her and for everything, and that there was going to be no hard feelings, and that he still prayed for her. But one thing I don't understand is, and like I said, I don't hate anybody or dislike anybody, and it don't matter what you did in your life or what you didn't do, But I'm a little confused about the whole situation with her, because being as she was in a nursing home, I got that because she had 3 strokes, and she didn't have anybody who could properly care for her because she couldn't be left alone. So anyway, but they put her in a nursing home. Now, she was living in southeastern Kentucky, and they put her in a nursing home in West Virginia. And from what I understand, it was the only nursing home that took Medicaid or something. I don't know. That's absolutely nuts to me, guys. It really is. That is like, I don't even know how many hours. I know West Virginia and Virginia are not that far away, but they would be impossible for any of her family. And she had a lot of family in Kentucky. But, they didn't have the money to go traveling. So I'm sure nobody went up there to see her, and that's crappy too. But I'm trying to figure that out for a reason, because my niece, her husband had, I think I told you guys that he had to have open heart surgery, and he's only 42. And they are living in the Waukegan area of Illinois. And when he got sick, and he was the type of person that didn't want to go to the doctor, okay? So when he told her to take him, she knew something was wrong, so she ran him to the hospital. They said, no, she took him to the urgent care, and they said he's having a heart attack, so they had a ambulance come and take him and bring him over to the hospital, which I remember that hospital because I had to go there with my kids a few times, and never had a problem, But to make a long story short, he had this heart attack, and they took him by ambulance 2 hours away to a different hospital. And I can't figure out why, because the hospital he was at was very capable of helping him, okay? And so they brought him to this hospital 2.5 hours away, something like that. And, my niece and him, they have 2 kids as well. One is 18 now, I believe, 17 or 18. But the younger one, he has autism, and I mean, this had to be hard on her. She didn't have anybody really to help her. And she was driving all the way 2.5 hours up and back, all the while he was in the hospital getting open heart surgery, And I don't understand why they're doing that. Why are they taking, just because they're on Medicare or Medicaid? That don't make sense. That don't make sense. But, and to hear that this happened in Illinois really disturbs me, because I'm from there. And I used to rant and rave at everybody in Florida about, oh, I had the best doctors and the best hospitals and this and that, and these guys suck down here. I mean, I really used to go off. And what my niece tells me now, I just can't believe what's going on up there. I really can't. So they had to literally take this man up and back once he did get through surgery and did get to go home. They literally had to take him 2.5 hour drive all the time to see the doctor in a few weeks or whatever. And then they did eventually get rehab around the house, I believe, for his heart problems. But man, that totally sucks. I mean, I can't even imagine. I know that she got, I think it was her sister or somebody who kept her kids a night or two or something so she could stay down there because, I mean, that is a long, long drive. And to me, it don't make sense. It just don't make sense. But anyway, I just wanted you guys to know that, yes, I believe that they put their bio mom on life support to try to preserve her until at least her other daughter, the oldest daughter, and my son go see her tomorrow. And Allie just, I understand her. I really do. And I tried to make her understand I'm not mad at her because she said, well, you're my mama and Bert's my daddy. You guys are the only parents that I know. You guys took care of me, showed me love, got me through school. You know, she went all this. She was trying, you could tell she was trying to, like, you know, tell herself, you know, I'm right, you know, what I'm doing is right, because she felt like she was horrible, you know, and I understand. I tried to raise both of those kids just like I did my own, with a big heart and compassion and, you know, be good to other people and this and that. And all the while I had them in foster care, I mean, we tried to get them visits with their mom, but that never happened. She never even called them, and that came up. So I don't know, guys. But anyway, appreciate some prayers, especially for the kids, to be strong, because both of them had a very tough time before we got them, and they both suffer from anxiety. They don't need any more, put it that way. And they're doing good, and I hate to see anything go to the wayside. And, you know, things like this happen, and it's so hard, even though I lost people myself, and, you know, nobody could tell me anything. You know, I mean, the crying went on, the reading the Bible went on, you know. For 2 years, I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I mean, it was horrible. And I feel like I wasted time doing that, and I don't want them to do that. And I don't think the girls would have wanted me to do it either, so. But I love you guys, and we do have some more retro boxes. Depending on where we're at this evening, I will try to get a retro box up for you, and possibly do a fabric box from ThredUp tomorrow. And then we're waiting on some more, and we'll have also more retro boxes. And my good intentions were to do retro boxes every day, Monday through Friday, until we got through the whole year of 24 of what we had left. But that didn't work out. You know, I do try my best to get them done, you know, at least a few days a week. But I love all you guys. I wanted to explain to you what was going on, because I didn't want you to think that it was something with me or something with Bert, because I know you guys care about us, and we care about you too, and we so appreciate that. So y'all have a wonderful evening. You may see a video from me this evening, because I might need to change my thinking, so that might help too. Because I'm heartbroken for the kids, you know. Well, I love y'all. You have a blessed evening, and we will talk to you on the next one.